No matter what technology comes out in headphones and mixing, it will never be the same as standing in basically a bubble of sound. Immersive audio is really creating a story that can engulf the audience. Immersive audio is really different than normal sound. Like, we're very used to hearing a stereo experience or just a very isolated experience. And so it's definitely different for, an audience member or, a listener to come up to an immersive audio setup. I just wanted the audience member to come up, sit down, and press play, and then experience this immersion. Do you hear that drill?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like maybe that shouldn't be there. What do you think?
Like location-wise or just at all?
Location-wise.
Where do you think it should go?
Like more like in front.
I really enjoy the fact when it comes to designing, there's not a right answer because everybody hears everything differently. When you're the designer, you really do have free reign.
I really wanted to make sure we followed a certain perspective throughout the entire thing, and I think that's what really helps an audience follow an immersive experience. My story is basically about this diver, this oceanographer. Her name is Camille, and she is set to do the deepest dive that's ever been recorded. We're pretending like this is years in the future and we can get to 8,000 meters in the ocean in less than 30 seconds.
Photography here, got my thrusters over here, 1 arm, 2 arms, got my floodlights right here.
I not have all day. I gotta get this puppy in the water. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So at the very beginning of the story, we start on the main ship.
Closing the hatch. Good luck.
The hatch closes, and the descent into the water begins.
$2,000 meters, 8,000 to go. Floodlights are on.
And then we hit the bottom.
Landing successful. Over.
And right at the beginning, once we land, the sonar pulse happens twice.
What the hell?
And then a monster emerges and hits the sub.
Oh my god. Okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Extra floodlights? Extra floodlights. Here. Okay, weights, release the weights, please, oh my god, come on!
It's really sheer panic until the very end when the monster comes and destroys the sub. My biggest fears are always things that are out of the realm of normal possibilities. And so I thought it would be really cool to kind of bring in a fantasy element. The thing is, I don't want it to sound like it's in pain. It needs to sound like it's attacking.
Right. Angry.
Yeah. I wanted to make it seem like a realistic monster, if that makes sense. Something that could actually live in this world. It took me a really long time to get the sound of it right. I knew what it was like in my head, and I could only vocalize it like with my own mouth. I knew I wanted it to be like, I really want to make something that's unrecognizable and something that isn't really, something you wouldn't hear and immediately go, oh, that was a whale, or that was a shark. Something a little beyond the realm of possibility. That sounds like a laugh.
I like that because it sounds like a cackle.
I'm putting it in there.
I helped source a lot of the sound effects for like the monsters, but also the natural sound effects like creaking in the boats and some of the seagulls that you might hear. It was really just sourcing a lot of the sounds. She would make a sound with her mouth, and then I'd be like, oh, that's what this sounds like. And then try to find something that was close to what I heard that she heard in our sound brains, if that makes sense.
After making it like that, it almost sounds like it could just be like a rusty thing pivot.
Yeah, right?
Were you hearing that as well?
My goal is to really establish locations as best I can in this. And so that's why we start on a ship in a really busy environment with lots of talking, lots of power tools in the back. And then as soon as the hatch to the sub closes, it's all muffled. Almost all of it goes away, and only the low things would stay because those travel the easiest. And then there's another location once we go into the water, and it's like, okay, now we need an even deeper set of audio files, an even lower set of frequencies. I really want to give the impression that we're going deeper and deeper down into the ocean. I think we are the only college and university that has anything like this, which is really, really great. There's a lot of software and hardware that goes into it. So you can say, I want this object to be huge, or I want this object to be really small. You can say, I want it to be far away, or I want it to be really close. Anytime I want to move an object, all I would have to do is click and drag anywhere within this radius, anywhere within this circle. Something that's really great with what we have set up now is we have a set of speakers that are mounted to our couch. We call these butt kickers. They literally say butt kicker. What will happen is it'll vibrate and it'll make everything else vibrate that it's attached to. I specifically designed very low frequencies that the human ear wouldn't hear, to send to those speakers. You can actually feel the rumbling of what's going on.
Watching Camille work from just the concept she had to the product that she got, I think she achieved that very, very, very well.
I've never put so much time into something before and cared so much about something before, so it's really scary to share it with everyone. But I love designing and I love creating, and there's nothing else that gives me like that satisfaction.